Let's get to Beyonce.
Yes.
Lots of happenings in the world of
Yeah. Well, I want to say when we talked about the Super Bowl, we talked about Jay-Z being there with his daughters. And notably, Beyonce was not on the field with them.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talked about it privately, I don't know if we talked about it actually on the pod, but when we had sort of just like been chit-chatting about it, we were like, oh, it's not a huge surprise that Beyonce didn't want to be seen with him on that day, that week, after his mention in the Epstein files. And we had sort of felt like maybe she was distancing herself slightly from him at a time where he's really under fire. We were surprised that he came at all.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, of course Beyonce wasn't there. But it turns out she was.
She was.
And she wants us to know now. She really wants us to know now that she was there.
Yes.
She posted 3 carousels with many photos in each one of them of her at the going to the Super Bowl on her private jet, being at the Super Bowl, being in the suite, eating the burgers, doing all the poses.
Posing harder.
And even posing with Jay and posting that.
Yep.
So I stand corrected. I thought she was distancing. She's not, which is interesting.
Well, yeah, this for me felt like and this was a we are united front.
We are united.
I hear the noise. I got to let you know I was there with my man. I stand with him.
Right.
Yeah, that's how that looked.
Yeah.
I love the short new bob that she has. I love that blonde bob. Don't you think she looks great?
Yeah, I mean, she
looks
always
incredible. But there are some sleuths, and I know you're one of them, looking at these photos and wondering if there's some like symbolism there.
Well, Beyonce, I feel like it's all very deliberate.
Yes.
Like nothing is an accident. You know, it's, no breadcrumb left
toasted. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. She's kind of like Taylor in that way.
Yeah.
Like she does a lot of sort of like she's talking to her fans in these subliminal messages. So in the carousels, there's photos of her on an old school telephone. Mm-hmm. And the fans have been waiting for a sequel to Telephone, which was her big bop with Gaga from the 2000s.
Why did anybody think there was a sequel coming? Did I miss something? Was there a breadcrumb to allude to a telephone too?
Yeah, the whole thing ended with a to be continued. Their video ended with to be continued ... with them going over the edge.
Okay.
In the car, like Bonnie and Clyde style, or Thelma and Louise style.
Those guys.
That's the one. And so there was always a to be continued, and then Gaga over the years has actually confirmed, like, yes, there will be another one. Yes, it's coming. And in her most recent press tour for her most recent album, she was doing one of those lie detector tests, I think for like Vanity Fair or something like that. And they said, like, will there be another one? And will this person, Beyonce, be involved? And she was like, maybe.
Right.
It's like, yeah, she's telling the truth. So we're waiting. And I would love to see them come with a sequel. It's time that we had like a good pop bop from Beyonce, and having them reunite would be so amazing. And then people are also saying that because she also posted a photo with the Puerto Rican flag next to the American flag, that perhaps Bad Bunny would be involved.
Now we're talking.
Now we're
talking.
That is a collaboration,
isn't it?
To celebrate.
And we know Bad Bunny and Gaga were performed at the halftime show. Beyonce's there watching.
Beyonce's got to get some of that action.
It all just feels like it's about to happen.
It's almost like maybe they recorded it that weekend.
I don't know.
Like it felt like energetically like something's happening.
Something is cooking.
And the fans are excited. Well, half the fans are a bit mad that she's posing with Jay-Z. The audacity of it all.
I mean, the comment section was
lit.
People went off.
Yes.
It was ugly in those comments.
So half of them are doing that, talking about her husband in the files. And then half of them are like, oh my God, oh my God.
Okay, but where does this fit in though? So
yeah,
because the next act is rumored or suspected to be a rock act from Beyonce.
Yes.
So is this a rock version of Telephone? Is this a standalone single only that isn't part of an album? Like where does it fit in the timeline?
That's a good question.
I know.
I have the same questions.
Okay.
But the last one, Telephone, lived on Gaga's album.
Okay.
So
it could be Gaga featuring.
It could
Beyonce.
be Gaga featuring, or it could be, the other way around. Not sure. Or maybe it's a rock album with a deluxe telephone on it, just for good measure.
Okay.
I don't know.
I know it's interesting. She's keeping us guessing.
Because when she was at F1 a few weeks ago, and she was in sort of that rock vibe, she had that big curly hair and the leather and everything. We were like, oh, there's the rock essence. But now with the coiffed bob, and
it's not very rock.
It's not very rock and roll. So either we have it wrong, or she's got some big master plan that we can't really uncover yet.
Yeah. It must be really fun to be someone like Beyonce and Taylor Swift, looking at what people are speculating and suspecting and being like, way off, or
so cold,
so not even there. Yeah. But okay, what's interesting though, and what I read is that in terms of the timeline of when we might get an album, Renaissance arrived on Friday, July 29th. 29th is the key. Cowboy Carter, March 29th, Friday. So the the pattern that could be followed is that the rock album comes out on the next Friday, the 29th, which would be May.
Right.
May 29th, 2026.
Yeah. So we have a couple good months to spiral about all the theories.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Or we get little more hints like this, because before the drop, there's always a little bit more in terms of the information we get.
Exactly.
So we'll see.